try it.
Would it?
I'm like, did she just speak Hebrew? I couldn't hear you for a second.
It's really fun. Okay. We're probably gonna have to edit some of this out, right?
No problem.
Okay. So Mel, you want to start with you?
Yeah, we can start with me. I'm having a hard time like articulating the train of thought that I'm trying to go for with today's topic, so maybe you can help me.
Okay.
But like,
this
just
is our next
this
podcast topic.
Yeah. So just
ladies. Hello, girls. We missed you.
We did. We missed each other.
We missed each
too.
other.
Yeah.
This is also therapy for us.
It
right?
is. Yeah.
Oh.
It's nice too because we just went through so much, and now we can like literally talk it through and like process everything. Yeah. I don't know if I have time to process what we just went through. We pretty much had kids back to back, and like went through all of it from being new moms,
navigating all of that.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm trying to get at. So just kind of picture like going back. You just have your baby. It's you're newborn and you're a first-time mom, and it's just this whole new world. Just things you didn't really get exposed to, I guess, when dealing with like other people. Right. For example, you have your newborn baby, and I don't know if this happened with you, but it definitely happened with me. I would make everybody wash their hands before they held the baby. Now, you might laugh at this, but I did it until the baby was about like 9-10 months. Like it wasn't. I didn't.
Was this with your first or second?
This is with my first.
Okay.
Oh no, and my second.
I was gonna say everyone's more crazy and neurotic with their first.
Yes, but I think that like okay, fine, but like hand washing, basic. You have people come over to your house, and some people just don't really have baby etiquette because it's not, I guess, innate.
A lot of people don't have baby etiquette.
But I guess like your mindset of okay, I'm a new mom just doesn't automatically register to other people, so you have to remind them or you have to ask them. But that can be hard to do.
Of course. And sometimes
you
it's
feel
awkward.
uncomfortable. Yeah. Because it could be somebody you're really close with. It can be somebody who doesn't take direction well.
Right. Well, the hope is that you, and this never happens all the time, the hope is that you want someone to come into your home and say, do you want me to take my shoes off and do you want me to wash my hands before I hold the baby?
Yes, but there are people who get that.
Of course, and there are so many people, I remember I just went to visit one of our friends' babies, and I was like, do you want me to wash my hands before I hold her? And she's like, no, you don't have to, but this is her fourth, so she's like super chill. But I still asked because I was thinking if she wants me to wash my hands, I don't want her to have that awkward comment to me like, oh, can you please wash your hands? But not everybody, I think moms understand it better, right?
I just remember thinking like, wow, I kind of thought people just automatically had baby etiquette, but they don't.
Well, you had a COVID baby. I feel with my second, I was definitely less neurotic. But I also didn't have a COVID baby. Maybe that triggered something with you.
But no, I think because it was other situations.
It's so funny. It makes no sense. I make people take their shoes off in my house, but I have dogs and cats, and my dogs go outside, and I don't wipe their paws, so it makes no sense. But I just don't like shoes in my house.
Oh, really? But they're super dirty.
It's a pet peeve. I've always been this way. It's a pet peeve of mine. People come and sit in my house with shoes. And I do say to people, can you please take your shoes off? And it's really awkward sometimes.
But that's the whole point. So it's just kind of like facing these awkward situations that you didn't know by asking would be awkward.
Right.
And I have dealt with that. Can you take your shoes off? Especially when your baby's first crawling and they put everything in their mouth.
Of course.
But it's super offensive to some people.
Will anyone ever get upset at you?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like Melanie, you have way more of these situations, I think, that have happened to you.
I have a more critical family, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And so twofold. Your first navigating, I have to give direction on how I want things to be in my house and what I'm expecting. And then on top of that, I have to deal with a negative reaction. I think that's what was one of the hard parts.
Did someone ever say to you, are you
roll their eyes.
Oh, yeah,
roll their eyes. Why I'm taking my shoes off. But I don't think I'm alone. Am I alone? Please.
You're definitely not alone. I think that I happen to have more understanding extended family. You just, for some reason, have people that question things so much.
I even had a family member be like, why would I take my shoes off if your floors are so dirty? Mind you, at my whole house.
Shut the fuck
Yes.
up.
Mind you, that's
Did someone really say that?
On my life. My floors were quite older. These were floors that need to be redone, and they may have looked really dirty, but it's because they were just older flooring.
No one should say that.
Maybe I should have been like, can I provide you some socks? Like what level?
Or shoe covers.
I guess my few My few examples would pretty much be, I even had somebody come over who I knew I had to remind them, please wash your hands. And I would say it all the time, can you please wash your hands before you touch the baby? And then one day this person was like, as they're touching my baby, was like, yeah, I heard you. It wasn't like, okay, yeah, sorry about that, didn't realize.
It's hard and it's difficult also. I think I had it less with family, but more with random people. Like, let's say you're just
out. You do get it a lot with random people.
Yes, it's more with random people with me. Like, you'll, like, grocery shop and this woman just comes up to your child really close and is just talking in their face. And you're thinking, do I say step back? What do I do? And then you don't want to be obnoxious.
Well, did you say step back?
I feel like at times I probably did and times I didn't, but I think most of the time, thank you.
Here's a VP
of
marketing.
Our VP of marketing.
Cheers.
Cheers to boundaries with family members who don't take their shoes off in your house.
Yes, you were saying.
I think a lot of the times, because it's my personality, I would just subtly back up or do something where I didn't say anything to the person. But it is different when it's your family. Your family, you should be able to say it to. Would you say it to a stranger? Would you, like, you're in my child's face?
Well, there was a sort of stranger situation because I was at a family event and there was somebody who I haven't met there. And she's like, can I please hold your baby? Yeah, not really a big fan of that, but okay. Yeah, okay, I'll let this stranger hold my baby. I get it. She wants to hold the baby. People love babies. Bring you joy. They love cuddling babies. I get it. Sure, you can. So, you know, I let her hold my baby and I'm talking to somebody else. The next thing I notice, I see her like have her fist, like, 2 or 3 fingers in, because you know how babies like to put things in their mouths. So she's just letting my baby like gnaw all over her unwashed hands. I look at her and she's like, look what your baby's doing. And I'm like, that's disgusting. Please take your fist out of my little baby's mouth.
You have had way more situations than me. I can't even think of other ones that have happened.
Really?
Yeah.
So when you think back, I just feel like when I first became a mom, there were so many awkward situations that maybe they became awkward because I had to use my voice and say something, but I just had this like expectation of people have baby etiquette. They don't.
No, they don't. Well, I think I also, from this conversation, things are coming up in my mind, not baby etiquette, but there are people who also don't have pregnancy etiquette. I was in the mall with someone who was pregnant at the same time as me, and someone said to her, when are you having your twins? And she was pregnant with 1 child. I was like, who asks that? You're literally saying to this person, you look enormous. Yeah. And you probably look like shit.
I did get once, hey fatso.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But it didn't bother me like that much, only because, get it, haha, joke's on me, I'm gaining weight. You know, I look different.
That's super rude though. Oh, I did also have someone when I was pregnant say to me, you look like you're gonna go early. And I was like, that's what every pregnant person wants to hear, that they're gonna have a premature baby.
I know, that one's kind of rough.
Oh, and then she continued and said someone related to her went early and was born without a certain body part. And I was like,
comforting.
Oh, I was like, thanks.
There are just some people who don't say in what should be an internal thought, you know?
Right. Think it, but don't say it.
Right.
Which is a big thing with motherhood.
Yeah.
Right? We all get into situations where we think, wow, that person should have just thought that, but not said that to me.
I've also, during that time, got comments like, oh, so you're one of those moms? You put the hand sanitizer on a lot.
Is this from family?
This one, no, more from strangers or from other moms.
Right. With my second, I started to really let things go. I will let my kids like frolic in the mud, play with dirt, climb trees, get disgusting. I pick and choose. That's why I always try to think, never judge anyone for what they pick and choose, because we all pick and choose.
Yeah.
Right?
I just can't imagine going over to somebody's house and then the first thing I innately think when I walk into anybody's house is, should I take my shoes off?
That's what I think too.
Because I think people find it a form of respect.
Yeah.
But there are just some people who don't care.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so it's just, but I do think that there are people that when it comes to pregnancy and motherhood, they just lack that sense of what to say, what not to say, how to respect boundaries and rules. I think usually with moms, I think we typically all get it. Even though we all have different rules and boundaries, I think most of the time you come across moms who typically understand, want the shoes taken off, okay. I think it just happens sometimes with extended family, specifically your extended family.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make
But
it okay.
I love my family. I don't want
Yeah.
anybody to think elsewise. I think I have like the best family, but I'm just saying it was a very surprising time. It's like
Right.
some people just don't understand baby etiquette, or, you know, and not only do I have to ask and use my voice to ask, I'm now going to get their opinion or a comment or an eye roll.
Right.
And I think that was hard for me, but I'm kind of happy it happened because now I can speak to it, but it does come with judgment.
It does. And I think also what people have to realize is that new moms have extreme anxiety. All of a sudden, it's like I have had anxiety. I have no problem saying it. I have anxiety. But when you have kids, it's a whole other level because you just worry and care for this tiny little human more than words can describe. So it's so important for people who are coming into your house, whether they want to wash their hands or they don't, or shoes or this, there needs to be this sensitivity to this new mother who is experiencing this extreme anxiety. All the things that are going through her mind, like there could be that mom who's like, oh my God, if that person doesn't wash their hands and they're sick, then my baby gets sick. And then what if my baby ends up in the hospital? And then you start spiraling.
Yeah.
And there needs to be this sensitivity to the anxiety of new mothers.
But that's a really good point. I needs to be a sensitivity to new mothers, but there needs to be a sensitivity to people's feelings. Like,
yeah.
How rude is it, and what entitlement to just walk into anybody's house and only have your own expectations on how to be and operate?
Of course.
It's just not appropriate. It's rude.
Of course, I agree.
But also, people have their own quirks, people have their own anxieties, and everybody has that. So it's just kind of like, accept it, you know, understand.
Absolutely. And we want to hear about
Your experiences,
the crazy, annoying comments you got when you were pregnant, when you had a baby, things that happened in your house, things you want to vent about. We want to hear it. We want you to share it. We're happy to come back to this topic and discuss it.
Yes.
Especially ones that are just amazingly amazing, right? Things that
Yeah.
are just funny or ridiculous that we can bring up. We would love to do that and share that with us.
Yeah, share, girls.
And we'll see you next time.
We will. Bye-bye.
Jojo and Mel, Relatable Moms.